Hello everyone and welcome to CyberOv. If you have been hearing anything about Linux, you've probably heard of Linux distributions or distros. This will be the topic of today's video, and I'll be telling you all you need to know about that and even more. But first, hit that subscribe button and smash a like. I would really appreciate it. And let's get started. When you decide to use Linux on your machine, you will first need to choose the distribution that you will be installing. For most people, it's an easy job. They just go online and choose a famous distribution like Ubuntu and just roll with it. So we ask ourselves, what is a Linux distribution anyway? As a definition, a Linux distribution is an operating system made from a collection of software based upon the Linux kernel, and often a package management system. Linux is not like Windows or Mac OS, for you see, Microsoft combines all the bits of Windows and produce each new release and distributes it as a single package. So if you want Windows, you will need to choose one of the versions Microsoft offering. You have Pro, you have Home, you have Enterprise. You choose one. For Linux, it's a totally different story. The Linux operating system is not produced by a single organization, since a lot of people and organizations work on different parts of that system. I will break down these parts for you, and hopefully it will be easy for you to digest. First, we have the Linux kernel, the core of the operating system. Above that, we have the GNU shell utilities, which is a terminal interface and many of the commands that you use. Above that, we have the X server, which produces a graphical desktop. And above it, we have the desktop environment, which works on the X server to provide a graphical desktop. And also, we have more stuff like graphical programs and terminal commands and system services. You might be aware of the fact that you are able to grab the source code of any of these parts that I've just mentioned. You can take a look at it and assemble them all yourself. However, this is gonna take a really long time and it's a frustrating process. A Linux distribution will do this hard work for you, gathering all the code from the open source projects and compiling it, presenting you with a single functioning operating system. Some of them might even give you the chance to choose the software you want while installing them, like your web browser or your desktop environment or whatever. For example, you want to install a new software or update or new versions of software, your Linux distribution will provide them for you in pre-compiled packages, and these packages are fast and easy to install. It will save you a lot of work. A second question we ask ourselves, what's the difference between these distributions? There is a massive number of Linux distros. We are talking over like 600 distros and about 500 in active development. Many of these distributions have their own philosophies. For example, Fedora refused to include any closed source software, while other Linux distros like Ubuntu or Linux Mint include closed source software to make the whole thing easier for the users. Another difference, each distro includes a different collection of default software or desktop environments. Many distros also use different package managers, configuration utilities, and other stuff. Some distributions are bleeding edge. So, what does bleeding edge mean? It means that you won't receive support for a very long time. Others like Ubuntu LTS or Red Hat Enterprise are designed to be stable and they will work for many years and they will always receive bug fixes and security updates. You can always see that in the website of each distribution. The last difference is some Linux distributions are intended for desktop computers, some others for servers, they don't have graphical interface, and others for special use like home theaters. So our last question, which is a bonus for you, which distribution is the best one? There is no answer for this question, unfortunately, since each one of them is designed and built for a different purpose. That means you will have to choose the kind of distro you want to run, first based on your need and second based on your taste. Let's say you love flashy looks and modern themes. In this case, you would like to choose something like Elementary OS. It looks really good and offers you a great experience. Maybe you are a beginner and you want something similar to Windows. In this case, I really recommend you try Linux Mint. You might be a security specialist. You will use something like Kali Linux, for example. I will be making a video explaining all this for you and provide you with options that will help you so much through this amazing journey. That was it for this video. I hope you liked it. Leave your questions in the comments. I'll be answering everything. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And thanks for watching.